Welcome to Tales from the Caveside, where Lillian and Chris, we bought a cave house and finca on the outskirts of a small Spanish town. Follow us as we learn to renovate and create a home that we will be proud of.
What are you sitting there for?
Well, I think we should take the day off and sit in the sunshine. Look at it, it's beautiful.
I know, sounds like a plan.
I know.
Look at that, not a cloud in the sky.
No, there's one aeroplane and you can see the moon. That's it, nothing.
Yes.
Absolutely gorgeous.
Awesome.
However, dressed for work, so we are continuing in the caves.
Yes, we are.
What we were planning to do yesterday afternoon, we're going to do this morning instead after we were so rudely interrupted.
Yes, with something that it just broke our brains.
But hey ho, it is what it is and all that jazz.
Yes, yes
So-
it is.
We're off to play with rocks and yeso and lime and things. Not plastering, but we'll show you as we go along. So with reference to the paperwork that I went to sort out yesterday, we have a definitive answer on the state of the paperwork for the property. Basically, the land is ours. That's not a problem.
The buildings and everything are all okay.
The buildings and everything are all legal and no problem at all. We are, however, not allowed to build any more onto the property because it's urban for like a metre out of the buildings, if that makes sense, and the rest of it is rural. So we are not allowed to put solar. We would not be allowed to put that on. We can't build a garage. We can't even build a concrete dog kennel, anything like that. Nothing that's a proper building structure. So that's fine. We know where we stand.
Yes.
And it's all to do with a law to do with the rural road that is right here.
There wasn't a road.
Exactly,
Here.
when the property was built.
When the property, yes. But the road, even though that's newer, overrules the old stuff.
Yes.
It is illegal to build within 75 metres from the centre of that road.
So 75 metres that way and 75 metres that way, all the way down the road, you can't build on. The fact this has already been built is not a problem, but we're not allowed to add anything extra because
That's
of this rural road 75 metre thing. It has got a special name. So it's fine. We know where we stand now.
Yes.
We can stop trying to fight bureaucracy because that's it. It's the law. End of.
Yeah. You was advised yesterday that you could potentially petition.
Yes.
However, you would definitely lose.
I said, well, is the property before or after the law? And he said, it doesn't matter. The property exists and it's all legal and that's not a problem.
Yeah.
But you can't add to it. We can keep doing what we're doing. We can keep fixing inside. You can maintain your property and make it better inside. But
Yes.
we can't extend it.
No.
So as I said, no unfortunate little porch outside the door so you step into a porch before into the building, that sort of thing. What it means is we now have a set of deeds for the property, and the deeds for the property show what we bought, as in the square footage, but it actually hasn't got some of the buildings on it, but that doesn't matter. What we have is we have antique deeds for the very, very original property, and then we have separate paperwork for every time something new was done. And it kind of all gets amalgamated as a big folder, rather than going and having new deeds drawn, which show how it stands now. Does
Yes.
that make sense? So we're all perfectly legal and it's all good, but we have a folder that consists of our original deeds, so the antique building, plus all the subsequent building bits.
Which have been signed,
Which have all
sealed
been
and
signed,
stamped.
sealed, delivered, stamped,
And everything.
wax seals the lot. We have that, and what I wanted to do was have all of that just put into one piece of paper, or one book of papers, rather than all these additions, to have a modern one with everything included. We can't do that.
No.
Okay, that's
No.
fine.
Yes. Sorry, dogs, but we've got work to do.
Little boy with wishful thinking has brought me his ball. Right, so what we're going to be doing is, this bit here is loose, this bit's solid, this bit's solid, this bit's solid. This piece here is loose, so that's got to come down.
Yep.
We'll take this down. Once that's down and we've cleared up, we've got electrical boxes either side of me. This one here, you can see here behind, there's a big space. So we're going to have to, using lime, put stones behind there. I'm not filling that with lime to this thickness when we can fill it with stones. The same at the top up there. And then this can be covered the same as this, ready for spraying. And then it's the same on this side. This needs fixing up. Where there's big gaps, we'll put stones behind. And this last bit of plaster has to come off. We didn't want to take that off before until this was solid. So we'll move on with that. And then when all that's done, we can put the next stage of plastic down on the floor.
Yes.
That's today's tasks.
Indeed. We also need to just temporarily route this cable up there because there's going to be a light up there. So in the process, we'll just get that slotted in. That's the ace end in perfect securely. And then we'll hang it from up here using those plastic things that we've been using.
Yeah.
And that's out of the way. Reminder that all the electricity this side is disconnected.
It is.
And that's it.
Yep.
And I think that's going to take us most of the day now. Where we was intending to work till 6 o'clock last night, and just to get it done prepared for liming today.
Yeah.
And obviously we're not going to be able to lime today.
It's what it is.
So we're prioritising. Look, got the air out on again. Just in case. We'll get this down first. Before we do any of this, because this could theoretically end up being a bigger job than we're anticipating. So if we get this done first, and we'll see how we get on. I don't think it's going to be that bad, to be honest. I'll just be really careful not to chip too close, but as you can see, that's quite a big gap. And that would never have been strong. I don't want to hammer at it because I might miss and knock a lump out of that. There we go. Finally down. Well, that was a little bit more than I expected,
Yes.
but it's fine. There's still a little bit of loose here that I just need to get down. There's little chips falling. This is all solid now. That's all solid. Awesome. Because this vein here it stops just there. Literally, you can see where it stops.
Yes.
Perfect.
Couple of wheelbarrows worth to put in the garden. Wasn't expecting quite that much. But that's all lovely now. Nice and solid. Everything you push stays up. So it's nice and solid. Ready for plaster. All good. That's Chris just leaving with the first wheelbarrow of stuff.
Extra Spain.
Extra Spain. He's just been sweeping in there. Look at the pile of salt. That's mad. That's mad. But it means the lime's doing its job, which is fantastic. It's just one of those things.
Right, so as we normally do in the mixing machine, in the cement mixer, mixing a quick batch of lime. We need that for just securing some rocks in place. We've done the tubes with the ASO, so now we're just filling in the other bits where we need to add rocks and everything with the batch of lime. Unfortunately, we don't need that much, and so it's got to be mixed by hand. So we're done.
It's hard work on hands, but there we go.
That is splattable for what we need.
Yep, that's good.
Awesome. Right, well, now that it doesn't have to hold the bucket for me while I balance and do stuff, this is what we've got. We've backfilled all that lot now with some rocks. Got a little bit of lime left. I don't want to add any more because that'll need proper liming later. So I need to just put a little bit of something behind there. I think we might have a rock. And we've done that bit over there.
That's looking really neat, isn't it? So that's good.
Yeah. Oh, that was a bit of a balancing act. holding that and throwing it in, and you having to get me scoops of the buckets. I
know.
Anyway, that's that.
It's done, that's the important thing.
Yes.
Another beautiful bright day. We will stop going on about the weather soon once we get used to it. We've had such a horrible, dismal winter. Beautiful day, as you can see behind me. So Chris is at Spanish lessons this morning. I have a few jobs to do down here in the caves. I'm going to clear up the mess that we made yesterday and put some more plastic down. Plastic going from there along here with a plan to put more plaster on this afternoon when he gets back. And there are two reasons for keeping it nice and clean on the floor where I'm going to be working. One, it's nice to work in a clean area, but two, any plaster that goes on the wall that falls to the floor, I can actually pick up and reuse, and that tends to be how I do the bit at the bottom of the walls. So I don't want all the extra rubbish, stones, bits of whatever to be in that and then get mixed into the lime that I'm then putting up onto the walls. Okay, there we go. Looks like it's got a black carpet down now. The dogs have already come racing in once, seen it, went, oh no, stop, and shuckled it all up to one end, so that's why they're outside with a flea in their ear, so I was able to glue it down with the masking tape, so it's down, and that's ready for the job later.
So what we're doing is we're going to put these covers back on the top of the junction boxes, mainly because this one and its opposite number the other side, I've got so many wires in here that need tidying up and arranging up, but I don't want to do it and cut the excess of the tubes that are in here, which are these tubes, until it's all done. Purely and simply because we've used as little of the yeso as possible to lock them in place, so once it's all done, it'll be okay. And they do go in, but they kind of try and pop out again.
So just masking tape like we did on the sockets and when we first started, it'll just pop off, won't it?
Yes, it will. They just go in there, that's it. There you go. So it's like that. And then it won't matter any overspray. And then once linen comes to sponging, she can sponge up to it and make sure it's just shy. And then we'll take them off. The same as we have taken off in other places, just so any moisture that is in there can come out. Yeah. Because obviously you don't want the moisture in there. So that's the comparison is this one, which just has paper on it. It hasn't got its hard plastic on it. No.
But those wires were too bulgy. It was too much of a fight. So
yeah.
We've innovated. So we hadn't planned for a power cut. There you go. So I guess I'm going back to the way this was originally done.
Yeah, because we don't know how long the power's going to be off, and we've got that mix.
I've got to use it.
You've got to use it. Awesome.
So yeah, I guess this is the way it was originally done.
Yes.
Along these lines.
Yeah. I wonder if the power's having a siesta. It is quite warm out there.
It is, this is true. Everyone's turned their air conditioners on.
Yeah.
And blown the system.
Yes. Well, I don't think it's that warm, but it is in the sunshine. Okay, do you need this torch to carry on?
No,
are you okay?
Fine. I'll take out my frustrations on the wall.
Good plan.
I hate it. Have some of that.
Hey, steady, you're splatting me now.
I've got it all over me as well.
Right. Oh well. Where there's a will, there's a way.
Oh, of course.
The song there.
Ooh, is that?
Yes.
You talking about then?
I Can't remember now off the top of my head.
Ah, that's no good.
I know. Oh, that's going to do me now.
Somebody will tell you in the comments.
Electric's back on.
But I'm not dirtying the machine for that amount of plaster.
No, it's been on a few minutes, but yeah. Hey ho, happens sometimes.
Yeah, it does. Thankfully, it's never happened for particularly long here. We're actually quite lucky.
Yes, we are actually, considering. So, you're just going to keep on doing that. I'll get the cement mixer washed now because we're not doing any more.
Yeah, no, it's gone 5. Enough already.
Yeah.
Duffer, you come to help.
I think he's come to say enough for the day.
Well, I'm with you on that one, mate. I'm with you on that one. Yes, good boy.
Okay, so.
That's it. That is it.
Including the power cut.
Including the power cut. Ready for sponging tomorrow. That rock is exposed on purpose. That's going to be cleaned.
Yep. You can take a wire brush to it or something.
Yeah, I had a bit of a misfire on that, but that's fine.
Was that around the time when the power went off and the compressor was just not enough pressure to do it?
Yes, instead of firing out of my machine here, where I was going, lights went, power went, and it went bleh, and it basically splattered all down.
Yes, the compressor was low anyway.
Yeah.
So, anyway, it's fixed. It's fixable.
Yes.
So, awesome.
Sponging in the morning.
Yes.
Onwards and upwards.
Yes.
Mine's a vermouth.
Is it? Oh. You haven't got any?
Have you failed me and didn't go and get me any when you went out to sponsor?
I went to the bodega and got something.
Mine should be...
It's not vermouth, though. It's not called vermouth.
Oh, go away, stop correcting me.
Vermouth.
It's vermouth.
Yes. I got you some of that.
Okay. May I have some vermouth then, please?
Only if you're asking Spanish. I've got to learn. You've got to learn how to speak. I'm going to school to learn it. And you don't go to school to learn it. So.
Me gustaría un vermouth a sifón, por favor.
Sí. Con naranja.
Si tenemos naranja, sí, por favor, y con hielo también. Porque
Vale.
yo soy extra.
Vale. Thanks for watching Tales from the Cave Side. If you like what we do, please consider subscribing if you haven't already. Drop us a like and leave us a comment. See you on the next one.